we have a code red problem with getting free cruises on a cruise with Royal Caribbean. I'm going to tell you about it right now. Here we go.
Welcome to the Holy Roller, where it's all about playing craps, earning free cruises, and a whole lot more. Thanks for watching. Now let's get rolling.
All right, basically this is the thing. For the month of December, they changed the cruise points to where 600, 800, 1200, and 1500, and even 2,000 points. 2,000 points is a cruise for one with a discounted fare for your second guest. If you cruise single, solo, you still have to pay the discounted price for the second person. This does not change anybody that gets a free cruise with 3,000 and above. So 3,000 points and above does not change at all. Everything is the same, but 3,000 points and below, meaning 2,000 points and below, it's only a cruise for one. Look at this. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen. But 800 points, a cruise for two. No, it's a cruise for one. A cruise for one.
And discount for the second one.
For 1,200, 1,500, cruise for one. 2,000. 2,000, cruise for one. 3,000 points for cruise for two. What? Oh my goodness. So what I was told by the casino host that was shocked, like this is their first day back. So I said it's a cruise for one. They said, what? And they read it. I read the same thing that you saw. And they said that it's brand new for the month of December. They do not know if it's gonna stay the same for the month of January or not. It's just for the month of December. However, it could be the same for January. So all of our strategies, all of our bankrolls, all of our playing has to be a minimum of 3,000 points to earn a free cruise for two and only have to pay taxes and port fees for two. Now, the big thing about it that I think is a positive, okay, let's be positive. In order to get a free cruise for two, you need to have 3,000 points, which means you'll automatically be prime in the casino and you'll get the free drinks and you'll be at the prime level for the year you earn it plus the following year until March 31st of the following year. So everything resets on April 1st, but I think this feels like an April 1st kind of thing, like an April 1st, like April Fool's Day kind of like joke that oh my gosh, I don't even know what to say. Hey, I figured I would come out onto the walking track and tell you about this turning out to be a misunderstanding about the points. So when you read that, you saw it was like one cruise for one, cruise for one, cruise for one, or it is the regular one as well. So there is a cruise for one on all those points. 800, there are cruise for two plus cruise for ones. So everybody saw the 800, 1,200, 1,500, and all the way up to 2,000. It said cruise for one. Everybody's freaking out. Well, there is cruise for one, but there's also some dates for cruise for two. Man, so anyway, I was like freaking out a little bit, but it turns out to be for naught. It's still the same thing, but there are some cruise for one. So remember when you get postcards, for those that get postcards or offers in the mail, what happens is, or offers on email too, they have these offers where it is like, it's like cruise for one and discount on your second guest, or cruise for one and pay for your second guest. It's the same kind of thing that they put on the instant certificates, but mainly just to add more offers.
Have you got your dice tracker yet? Make sure to get one of these. Go to holyroller.com or check the link in the description. This is able to track
not only your bankroll, but your points towards a free cruise, among other things. So make sure to grab one of these. Now let's get back to it. All right, it is the next day, and I figured I would come and give you an update for what I've learned up until this point. And so I think the big change is if you're a solo cruiser. Because what I've heard, and I could be wrong, so you let me know in the comments below, but what I've heard is the solo cruisers have to pay the discount for the second guest, even if there isn't a second guest. Now, this could be a big change and a disappointing change for solo cruisers. But what does that mean if it says it's a cruise for two or a cruise for one with a discount on the second guest? Who would choose the cruise for one with a discount on the second guest? Wouldn't you just choose the two cruise for two? Well, I think what happens is they know that a lot of people are booking cruises for two and then only bringing one person, like canceling the second person. And so I think that's why they're doing the cruise for one or discount for second guests. And what they're doing is, if you're booking, and say you're booking, you have a cruise for two and you're booking for the cruise for two, then you only bring one guest. You call in and you say, oh, it's just one guest. And they say, oh, well, what you have to do is you have to pay the discounted for the second guest. And you'll say, I don't have a second guest right now. And they'll say, yeah, but you have to pay for them, and then they can come. You can add them up to 3 days before the cruise. You can add them on. If you did the cruise for two and you added two people to it, then it's good. But if you did a cruise for two, like I do this a lot. I do the cruise for two, and I just book myself, and I say I'll add somebody later. What they're doing is they're saying, well, you have to pay for them a discount right now. The other part of it is this. The cruise for two is a smaller list, a few cruises to choose from. But then the cruise for one, there's a longer list of cruises for one and discount on the second guest on that. So it actually extends the list of free cruises that you get to choose from. But what happens is the solo cruisers, I think, are the ones going to be affected a lot. And those of us that were booking, like for me, I was booking a cabin, and then Amber had an offer. She was booking a cabin, and then we would not bring somebody with us, for example, and we would say, oh, well, let's just stay in my room, and then we would get double points for the Crown and Anchor Society. That was a little hack on how to get double points for Crown and Anchor Society. I think that kind of takes that whole thing out. That whole hack will be gone as well, because now to get double points, you will have to be in a junior suite or above to get double points for Crown and Anchor Society. So little change, but not a bad change. I mean, not huge, unless you like specifically are a solo cruiser. I think you're gonna have to pay the discount for the second guest if you're a solo cruiser. So this could be very bad news for solo cruisers. Let me know in the comments below. Are you a solo cruiser? Have you been affected by this change? And I hope to see you. Either way, I hope to see you cruising and rolling on a craps table soon. See ya.